Good day. So this is Usha. Um, this short video will talk about insomnia. HTTP clients. So we have different HTTP clients. We have Postman, we have Swagger, and a friend just told me about insomnia, and I want to use few minutes to explore it. So let's get started. Let's get to the documentation. So I'll go to my browser. I'm using Google Chrome. Um, let's open a new tab. Let's visit insomnia.rest. So this is their official website, insomnia.rest. All right, so we are at the home page. So I'm just exploring it for the first time too. So let's quickly run through insomnia. We'll look at what they have and all of that. So you can see the easy way to design, debug, and test APIs. So from what we're seeing here, this already tells you what Insomnia is all about. So it's a tool used to design API, to debug API, and then to test APIs. So we already have other tools. We have Swagger. We also have Postman. And of course, I've been using Swagger and Postman. So myself, I'm new to Insomnia, and that's the purpose of this video, for us to quickly go through Insomnia. So let's click on get started and see. Okay, so we can see the pricing. So we have four different levels of pricing. We have free, we have individual, we have team, and then we have enterprise. So the free plan does not cost any amount. The individual plan costs $5 per month. The team plan costs $12 per month, and then the enterprise costs $25 per month. And each of these plans have their various offers. They all have what you get and what you will not get. Okay, I'm seeing coming soon here. It seems they're just working on it. Seems this is work in progress. Okay, I think it's very, maybe they're still testing it. All right, so let's see what we have. Okay, let's compare the plans. So we have API design. Okay, each of the plans can go for API design. You can see this is tick for all. Then open API linting. This also goes for all the plans. Git version control also goes for all the plans. API debugging also works for all the plans. So REST client, gRPC client, Graph client, SOAP client, WebSocket client, and so each of these work. Each of the plans work for this. So if you don't know what REST client is, gRPC, GraphQL, SOAP client, and WebSocket, you can check them up. These are all API. These are all formats or ways of presenting API. So your API can be in form of REST, can be in form of gRPC. You can render your API in form of GraphQL. So SOAP used to be very famous before before REST came to take over. And then WebSocket, yeah, mostly for chat, or maybe sometimes video, but client-to-client communication. So we don't need to digress. This video is not about API. So these are individual topics themselves. So API testing, okay, test writing works for all the plans. Automated API testing works for all the plans. JavaScript API testing also works for all the plans. Test suite, okay, then collaboration. Okay, this is where we have the major difference. So for collaboration, okay, native Git sync works for all. Native Insomnia sync does not work, only works for team and enterprise. Then collaborate on internal requests. This also works only for team and enterprise. Create shared project. This works only for team and enterprise. Then local project. Right, user management only works for team and enterprise plans. Security. All right. Okay. So from what I've seen here, it's easy that okay. So if you're just an individual, then you can just go with free plan. Free plan. Then yeah, for big enterprise that needs collaboration, team, and then enterprise. So yeah, so this is all about the pricing. I need to check. I don't know about Swagger and Postman pricing, but we'll check that. You know. So okay, so that's that about pricing. Let's see, check product here. Okay, Insomnia collaborative tool. Right, so collaborative API client and debug tool. So that's basically what the product is about. So if you want to check more about the product, you can let's see change log. This should take us through the different versions, latest changes. So if you want to go through and see the different versions of the product and the changes that have been fixed in each of the versions, then this is where you do that. So we can see we have different various sessions here. Um, Patch release. Okay, the latest version was August 30th. Okay, that's not too long ago. Then we had to 2023.5.7. Okay, so yeah, so here you can go through if you want to check and see all the progress that Insomnia has been making. Then this way you can check. So we can see like the latest versions. You can see some of the fixes. Okay, all fixed issues 6.3, 6.1. We're copying folders into other workplace did not. Okay, so you can check all of that here. Okay, so we've checked pricing. Then let's check plugins. So plugins here, you can see several plugins, tabs, request, navigator, quickie, fake data, terminal command, git integration. Obviously this should be for git. Recolor, this should be for authentication. So even from the names of these plugins, you can already have idea of what purposes they have. And wow, we have many plugins. There are so many here. All right, so okay, JWT decode, Postman export. Wow, interesting. So they should be able to help you export from the Postman, JSON inception, Python script. Wow, I guess this could be one of the biggest advantages. AWS Jam, Response.js. So this could sign the AWS payload. So this could be one of the biggest advantages that Insomnia offers because with all these plugins that I'm seeing here, it means there will be so much to offer. You can see there. I'm sure this HTTP client will have so much to offer because with these plugins, that would be a game changer. The plugins will give it new capabilities and yeah, so you can play around it and check. So let's go to the main thing, which is the documentation. Yeah, I deliberately came here last. So documentation, okay, install. All right, download Insomnia for Mac. So it means we have the desktop version as well. If we click here, you'll be able to download and install, but we'll not go into that. Okay, so let's check the doc, send your request. Okay, so send your first request. So this is the main docs. Okay, So we've already done introduction, install Insomnia, send your first request. So Insomnia is an API client that enables you to send API requests outside of your terminal and without writing any code. This means you don't have to write any finicky URL request or backend code to quickly retrieve information, push content to a database, and do anything else. Giving API enables you to do. All right. So, okay, API request. So we can see what we have here. You can see the different HTTP requests. So we have several HTTP requests. We have get, we have post, we have patch, then we have put, then we have delete. And so get returns information from an API. So it fetches anytime you visit a website. Like right now that we're here, get request is working. This website that I'm browsing through now is hosted somewhere on the server, and the fact that it can display the way it is displaying means we're fetching data from there. So that's a get request. So if I go to sign up here, for instance, if I go to, I think there's a place for sign up. So if you sign up, for instance, anywhere, you push, that will be a post request. Then we have patch, and then we have delete. So yeah, this is not about HTTP requests, so let me not digress too much. So you can send requests, you can import and export data, you can change your environmental variables. So normally when you are working on a project, you will have your different levels of environment. You have your dev environment, you have your staging environment, and then you have your local environment. And most times when you are testing APIs, you can test it across each of these environments. And so Insomnia also gives you room to set up those environments. Then this is workspaces where you and together with your team, you can set up um, your project and work. Okay, we have Insomnia account, forgotten password, change password, Insomnia teams. So you can have teams. So most of these functionalities that I'm looking at now, they fall to the advanced plans. So if you are using just the free plan, you may not be able to do most of these things, most of these functionalities. Okay, so debug requests, okay, responses, okay, send HTTP request, body out query header, JRP. So that makes sense. So if you want to design your API, whether you want to, whether it's GraphQL or REST or SOAP, whichever one. Okay, so this is test APIs, sync with collections. Right, design document with keys, security, features, plugins. Okay, troubleshooting. All right, so guys, from what we can see here, it means um, Insomnia is very, very rich. So the biggest advantage for me is the richness, the different plugins, So we can see that this HTTP client performs the major tasks that expected of any HTTP client. HTTP clients are used to test APIs because by working as a backend developer, there's no front end for you to test your APIs. So you need something that can stand in as your front end, and you can use that to design your APIs to have an idea of how they will look like. And we have that here, design APIs. Then you can also test APIs, have those functionalities, have unit testing, stress testing, you know. and then we also have debug request. So almost all the functionalities are here, and then you can use it online, or you can also download the app and use it, use it on your desktop environment. Yeah. So yeah, we'll stop here. We've roughly gone through this to see what Insomnia is all about. So hopefully one of these days I'll do a project and make use of it. So I hope this gives you an idea about Insomnia. Now you know that we don't only have Swagger and Postman. So yeah, thank you. If you are yet to like my page, click on the subscription button and like it. See you some other time. Yeah, thank you.